He is the first Vietnamese to ride a motorbike around the world. He is the only Vietnamese to travel a distance of 80,000 kilometers, nearly twice the length of the Earth's circumference, through 7 continents, 65 countries and territories. All kinds of weather, all kinds of terrain, multiple challenges, and rich experiences, alone on his motorbike memo and one Vietnamese spirit. He is Tran Dang Dang Khoa, the world traveler in 1,111 days.
So after 1,111 days, passing through 65 countries, Globetrotter Tran Dang Dang Khoa finally came back to Vietnam on June the 15th, 2020. And when he entered Vietnam, he immediately had to go into quarantine for 14 days. And he's just out of quarantine. And we are very lucky to have him here with us today for the first time ever in Talk Vietnam. Please welcome the one and only Tran Dang Dang Khoa.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
Okay. Hello, how are you?
Can be better. It's very overwhelming here because many people here.
Yeah.
That's a long time no speaking to anyone.
And we also feel very lucky because you know it's very hard to set up a date for a Globetrotter like this because he's been everywhere.
Yeah, but now the trip is over and I'm here now, so we will have a lot of time today.
Yes. The ending point of your trip is
Yep.
Mozambique, right?
Mozambique.
Yeah.
Yep.
How was it?
I went to Mozambique, and after that, I plan to go to like Zimbabwe, Zambia, and go on the way up to Sudan, to Egypt, and then fly to Mumbai, bring my bike to Mumbai and go home. But then the virus came. I never think that the trip had to stop by an invisible enemy. Right. That's the virus.
3 months stuck in Mozambique and
Yep.
you got help from the ambassador in Mozambique.
I entered Mozambique on 20th of March, and then 24th of March, they closed the border. So lucky me, because I can get to Mozambique because there's an embassy of Vietnam here there. There's a group on Viber, and it's called like the group of Vietnamese in Mozambique, and people share info, and the ambassador, Mr. Hoang, sent an update, like how many positive cases today in Mozambique, and what should you do to protect yourself, and and keep in touch with everyone to support each other. And then there's one day he sent a message, there's a rescue flight from South Africa Airlines, so please do it within 3-4 hours to register. And he's confirmed with us that you can register, but it's not sure, like 100% sure you can get on that plane. At first, I didn't register because I say, I'm young, I'm healthy, I still have enough fun to stay maybe until end of this year. Set a slot for all the people, like the old people, the sick people, or children. But then a friend of mine who owns the stock there told me that it's only like 30 or 40 people register for the rescue flight from Mozambique. So he said, so just do it, don't worry. Yeah. So I did it, and all the people who register got a seat on the rescue flight.
And you also shared on your Facebook that Ambassador Hoang, he has to work out of his way to...
Yeah, but like the whole week he cannot sleep. Yeah, and the whole embassy of Vietnam, they work really hard to get people back, and we are very, very appreciative for that.
So in time of difficulty, the caring and the sharing of Vietnamese people, it's quite valuable.
Yeah.
Tran Dang Dang Khoa was born in 1987 in Gok Khong Commune, Thien Gia Province. He is a former student of University of Economic and Law. As a little boy, he had an inquiring mind with a big dream of traveling around the world. He decided to prepare carefully and make his big dream come true after many years working 8 hours a day as an officer. At each destination, Dang Khoa took photos and updated on his Facebook so everyone could follow his journey along with him to learn about new lands, new cultures, and share with him interesting stories along the way.
on your Facebook page, we've seen so many photos you've taken, like all of these on the screen behind us. So tell us, what is the most fulfilling part of your journey?
The new culture, the food, and the so many life inspiring stories. Like people help me a lot, and I have other people, and there's so many different type of landscape you never see. Like you only watch on television, you read on the book, or you see the photo of your friend going there, and oh, why didn't I have a chance to go there? And now here we are. I'm here, and I make a tent and sleeping right there and watch it on day after day. So, and I learned many lessons.
And you also mentioned that you're so proud because of the 3 no's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 3 no's.
So what are they?
Very, very proud of it. I never get sick, you know. Sometimes feeling unwell, but that's okay. It's gone very fast. And the second thing is I never had any accident in this trip. Maybe that's lucky, or yeah, I was lucky. And the third no is I never had any ticket. Yeah, you have to keep the image of Vietnamese people, you know. You have to obey the law there. Yeah.
Starting at the border landmark of 171 Cambodia, Vietnam, the first country Khoa set foot, Cambodia. This was the 6th time he came here, and after about 4 months, he left Asia. 100th day, Dang Khoa arrived in Batumi, Georgia. Then the 200th day, he was in Santiago, Chile. The 300th day in Lima, Peru. 400th day, the 500th and 600th day together in Canada. The 700th day was on the west coast of America. The 800th day, he and his friend Memo were in Sydney on the east coast of Australia. So on the 900th day, it was near Perth on the west coast of Australia. And on the 1000th day of the long journey, he arrived in Tanzania, Africa.
Tell me, in brief, maybe 3 things about all of the continents that you've been through.
Asia, food, culture, and diversity.
So Asia, that's for Asia?
Yeah, that's for Asia.
Okay.
Food, I always talk about food. Oh, that's my bad. Now Europe, expensive.
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 Switzerland, for example.
Yeah, Switzerland, and like the Nordic country, Norway, Sweden, Denmark.
Yeah.
And the first is expensive. The second is crowded. It's quite crowded too. Yep. And the third is also culture. And South America, like music.
Music?
Yeah, and music and dance, maybe the same.
Okay.
And beautiful girl.
You know, beautiful girls and
Beautiful
music.
girl. Yeah,
That's the best combination.
And the Andes.
Okay.
Andes, because I really love the mountain. I try to choose the route that go over the mountain, and then like the cold weather. So I following on the back of the Andes mountain. And North America, fast food. and big country.
Right.
Canada, America, and Australia, hot. So hot. And the sea, they have very beautiful beach in Australia. And Antarctica,
Yeah.
penguin.
Oh, okay.
So cute.
And you took many photos of
Yeah,
them.
they're so lovely, you know, and they're not scared of people. Yeah. The iceberg,
Right.
and it's also expensive because the trip to Antarctica, it cost me a lot of money.
Okay.
Yeah. And then to Africa, like also culture, but I'm very sad I didn't have more time. Like I want to spend like 1 or 2 years in Africa, but only 6 months, so it's quite short.
Now, you've been through so many different climates. As you mentioned, crazily hot like in Australia or very cold in Antarctica. So how could you prepare yourself to adapt to, you know, many different climates like that?
My point is to prepare a lot of layers for clothes. So if it's getting cold, you put more layer on it, or you borrow someone, or maybe if you get you go with the Eskimo, with the Inuit people in the Greenland. They can give you some clothes, and after the trip, you give it back. And when it's getting hot, so I just sell the warm clothes I give to someone, and then to save the weight.
What about the heat?
Yeah, the heat is sometimes people say that you can soak your clothes into the water, and sometimes when you try, you just put more water. So I try to do it, but
because it reached like 41 degrees Celsius, right, in Australia.
50, 49, 50.
49.
And you know, if you're driving a car, yeah, you have the roof over your head and you have air conditioning.
Right.
But you ride a motorbike, you see more, you can feel the nature, but not the nature of Western Australia in the heat, like 45, 49, 50 degrees.
Yeah.
It's the start of like the fire, the forest fire in Australia. After every 10 kilometers, try to find some trees to hide under it, to cool yourself down. And it's also for my motorcycle because it's too hot. Yeah, and you have to park it in the shadow, because if you just park your bike on tarmac, it will melt. The tarmac, the heat will melt out your tire. Yeah, so
wow.
yeah, because I travel and take care for myself and for bike too, for two people.
Yeah, you consider your bike as a close
right.
friend.
Yeah.
To be able to enjoy breathtaking sceneries and discover various cultures in different parts of the world, globetrotter Tran Dang Dang Khoa encountered a number of obstacles along the way. Getting visa approval, enduring harsh weather, communicating in different languages, traveling in rough terrain, trading in foreign currency, facing the risk of being robbed, experiencing a sense of loneliness, having his motorbike fixed on his own. For solo travelers who wish to roam around the globe like Khoa, stay tuned, since Khoa's tips on handling these difficulties will be revealed later.
So now we have a small game. We will show the photos of places that Khoa have been through, and your job is to guess the name of the destination. If you get it right, you will get a gift from us. Ready? Picture number 1. There are so many hands raising.
And the girl in red, por favor, please.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine and I guess this is Greenland.
Yay! Many people went to the country over the Arctic Circle just to see it every winter, but they never see it. But lucky me, I was there the whole week. Every night, all night, it's just flying around over my head. So.
It's magnificent.
Yeah,
I mean, it's surreal.
It's moving. It's moving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a story I don't quite remember. That's the spirit of the dead people are dancing with the pair or something. Yeah, yeah.
But it's beautiful.
Yeah,
It's surreal.
magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Shall we move on? Beautiful.
So, please, the girl in red, por favor, please. Yeah.
My name is Lan.
Lan.
I guess this picture was taken in Canada.
Correcto. Correct.
Shall we move on?
Oh, well, this is. Maybe it's your time
Okay.
to select some.
You, please.
My name is Khương, and this place is in New Zealand.
Yay! It's correct. Right on the first.
And this is the longest name in the world.
Yeah, the longest name place name in the world. All right, so.
Where is it?
Sorry, maybe amend this. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Bao. It's such an honor for me to be here today. And my answer is, this place is Antarctica.
In the image, you can see this is like some kind of local people with the dog. And in Antarctica, There's no local people, no people living there, only the scientists, so it's not Antarctica, so you can guess again. 1, 2.
Greenland.
Yay! Oh, yay. Where is this place?
Hi, my name is Hoàng Anh, and I guess this picture you taken in Nepal.
Correct. Yeah, the monk in the photo is white people. He's not local people. He practiced Buddhism and he went there. He's been there for many years. Yeah, it's very peaceful place when I was lucky to be there.
So with this, we finished our game. Thank you so much. So with the game, we've known where you have been to, but we don't know how. How did you make it? So tell us, where did the idea of traveling around the world on a scooter came from?
So we were young. My mom worked at the librarian at the library of our district, and I read a lot of books for free. Yeah, like adventure book stuff, like 80 days around the world stuff, like 1,000 miles under the sea. My dad had a map, world map. We are a very poor family at that time, and one day, I don't know how did he get a world map to pass it on the wall. Yeah. And I was very naughty when I was young. I do stupid stuff, you know, and my dad asked me to kneel down and face to the wall, and my face right to the world map. And thanks to that many times, and I see the world map. I know which country is where, how many population, and it's inland, or they have some like that share the same border with the country. And I just dream of myself one day visit a many country, possible. And then I grow up. I go to university, and after university, I have my own bike, and that's the first bike. That's for the last 10 years. So yeah, this is my first and the only bike I have. With just this bike, I travel like around like some province around Ho Chi Minh City and go further, even go to Hanoi and go back. And then one day in 2015, I and another friend of mine, we rode from Ho Chi Minh City to Singapore. And then I thought, hey, we dream about traveling the world like for many years, so we can go to Singapore. I can go further than that, outside of Southeast Asia, maybe also outside of Asia. And then I plan to like, hey, let's prepare. But for this trip, because that's the dream of my life, I'm quite selfish and I will do it myself. I don't want to go with anyone because I will have that's the dream of my life. I do it alone. And then I planning for 2 years, 2 years to prepare for it. So like international document for my motorcycle, to prepare stuff, to learn how to fix the motorcycle, and to prepare for the job when I was traveling and travel around Vietnam to have more experience first. And I plan like from Vietnam to France. So which country do you need visa, and prepare that, prepare. On the 1st of June 2017, and the hard time happened 1 week before the trip. Everything ready, visa, stuff, some little money to spend for the first month, and everything stopped, and saying goodbye to friends already. But at that time, it's too dangerous if I fall down. So how will my parents face up with? It's be hard for everyone. So, but this the dream. I spent so much time and effort for my dream. So I have to do it. So I don't know. So
it took you 2 years to prepare.
Yeah, it's 2 years prepare. So I don't want to like just throw it away like that. And then on the 1st of June, I say goodbye to my dad and my mom and my younger brothers. And here we go, everybody crying. I'm crying too, but I don't let them see that I'm crying.
So was there any moment that you kind of regret, like you were in a dangerous situation and you wish, oh my God, if I hadn't made that choice, if I didn't go further?
No, I always talk to myself that when you want to finish, when you want to stop, to give up, think about the reason why you start. If I know, if now I'm sitting here, like I lost a hand, I lost a leg, so I'd be happy with that because that's my choice. I'm a grown-up. I take full responsibility for that. I never blame it on anybody, but it's only on me. But I would still do it again to see the world, to fulfill my dream. That's okay. That's enough. Yep.
Yes, and live to the fullest of your
Yeah,
capacity.
with the fullest. You're
Yes.
right.
Now let's talk about your friend. You had a very special name for your scooter. What is it?
It's more than a friend. You know, sometimes I call it a friend, a buddy, a wife, a girlfriend, or something like a member of family, just like my dog. And I thought, hey, let's see. I'm from Mekong Theater and the south of the engine, very much like the motorboat, because it's very old. So, hey, so let's call it Mekong motorboat. And why not shorten it like Memo? And Memo also like memory. Yeah, so I really love that name. So I name it Memo.
Memo.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very cute name.
Yeah.
But it also shows your close connection
Yeah, you're
to the
right.
things around you. What made you think that Memo can make it? Because, you know, traveling around across Vietnam maybe, but around the world.
Actually, this bike is not designed for like traveling, even it's like for commuter, just traveling around the city. It's not even for like making like 500 kilometers. But I did it like 500 kilometers, 1,000 and even 10,000 kilometers before I started this trip. So I trust it. I really trust it. And you are my friend. Let's do it together. If I die, you die with me. And
So did it break down on the road?
a lot.
A lot?
Yeah. And but there's one time it's very serious damage when the flood in Virginia is going up very fast. I try to wake up early to run away from the flood. And on the highway, US 40 something, it's from Virginia to DC, 80 miles to Washington DC. And the oil is running out.
Okay.
Because there's a nut under it to store the oil, and it's fallen off, and the oil is completely out. So, and the machine overheated, and it's just break down. And it was along on the highway. I tried to put it very close to the barrier, and oh my God, what should I do? And I called the insurance company. Hey, you buy this for only like one way, and not covering like breakdown, mechanic, or rescue stuff. So I don't know what to do, and I tried to call 911, and they show me, no, this not, you try to fix it yourself, but I never talked with 911 before, you know, what's your emergency? I don't know, emergency may break down stuff, and I don't know how American hotline working, so, I don't know what should I do. So there's some people, and then there's one time, there's one old veteran, the Korean War veteran, in Virginia. His name is Pinto, and he passed by, and he saw my bike because he also a motorcycle rider for 65 years. And because there's a saying in America, that's the mentality of motorcycle rider in America. When you see other biker with a broken bike in the road, you try to help them. And then he asks, are you okay? And he bring the trailer, and he put my bike on the trailer and bring it to his house, have to fix it, and even carry me and my bike to Washington, D.C. to wait for the new spare part to come. And there's many other times like the flashing light is broken. The air, the air is completely out. The tire is flat tire so many times. And in the Andes Mountain in South America, because go up to 4,000, 5,000 meters over the sea level, so the air is very thin, into thin air, just like the name of the book, into thin air, and it doesn't have enough air density for my bike to work, so it's very weak. So many times, but that's also like some mechanic stuff, some very little small problem, not worry. You know.
So you're an expert in fixing all of that.
Not quite. So sometimes I have to video call to my friend. Hey, how to open this? And hey, you have to do that. Do you have that tool? No, and you have to connect these two wires together, and which color, and how to. Actually, I'm not very good at it, you know. I just know how to ride it, but I'm not very good at fixing stuff. Just some basic maintenance stuff.
Returning from all the world's continents, including Antarctica, safe and healthy, Tran Dang Dang Khoa says always have a backup plan for every case. Let's check out his tips for solo motorbike traveling. 1. Get visa approval and a passport for a vehicle. And Carnet de Passages, CDP. Whenever Khoa was in a new country, he tried to find the embassy of the next country he wanted to visit and apply for a visa. Otherwise, he took the easier route of applying for a visa online. 2. Always have some money in case of an emergency. Keep some cash hidden in case you need it. 3. Always have backup documents and make several copies in case they are lost. 4. Bring replacement bike parts in case you need them. You also need to equip yourself with motorbike repair skills. 5. Bring tents and sleeping bags, dry clothes, in case you get lost. 6. Save an emergency contact. Khoa always saved the emergency assistance numbers of police and hotlines to support overseas Vietnamese in the country he was visiting. He also installed the emergency call section on the lock screen in case of an unconscious accident. 7. Ensure your physical and mental health are in good condition. If you feel sick, you must stop and rest immediately. When you fully recover, continue your journey.
So now the floor is open for Q&A, question and answers from the audience. Anyone who has question for Khoa?
Hi there. My name is Tran. I'm from Hanoi. Thank you for your amazing story. And my question is, do you feel any kind of burnout or lost emotionally and mentally when you've come back home and faced with your daily life again?
For giving me a chance to tell about the dark side of the moon. It's just like a movie, the dark side of this trip. Sometimes you know that your dad, your mom is sick. You cannot be there, but yeah, I feel so bad at that time because I'm not there to take care of them. But I have to keep going. And some people, they don't understand. They say, hey, you have so irresponsibility. It's possible. You should be there home. Why you here? You're traveling. And they don't understand. But after this trip, I don't want to explain or to discuss with them about this point. And of course, in 3 years, you can have a better job. You can buy a house. You have a wife. You have some cute baby. But I don't have it. But I have traveling. I have experience. And sometimes, of course, I never get sick. But your health, your body, this will be, how can I say? It's wear out. Comparing to just staying home, you know. And you have to face up with the. Sometimes I have a very bad nightmare that tomorrow I will die because you know that some guy just shooted you up when you're crossing the dangerous area, or after the corner, a rock just fall down and you're crushed to death, and something because travel by road is the most dangerous method of transportation in the world, you know.
So it's a constant struggle between the feeling of
traveling,
meeting your dream, realizing your dream, and the responsibility for your family, and the opportunity cost that may be lost somewhere on your way.
Yeah, you're right, absolutely right.
How could you, choose side and move forward? How could you do that?
If you still have ambition, you still want to do it from the heart, bottom of your heart. You still want to see more, to meet more people, to earn more experience, to have more story to tell. Then it just keep travel.
My name is Phương. Thank you so much for being here and sharing your adventurous stories. It's very inspiring. I'm also a solo traveler. I love traveling alone. I took a trip across Europe for 3 months. However, as a girl, I feel like we are exposed to more risk. So I'm just wondering if you have any advice for female solo traveler if we go to a high-risk country, for example, India or African countries. Thank you.
when the girl, sometimes I feel that on this trip, if it was a girl, it would be easier. Of course, it will be more dangerous, you know, but it will be easier life than I see other guys, other people. Hey, are you girl? Are you cold? You want to eat something? But when a girl, there are two people, sometimes there's another girl, like just local people, and just take care. They just talk about, hi, are you okay? All right, buy some food there. They don't care much about me, you know. It's be easier, better if you try not to expose your skin too much, and just like wear a ring. Other you say wear a ring to let other people know you are married. So it's some kind of like cheating, you know, but it's good cheating. Yeah, and you always have to tell your friend, or at least one friend from a member, family member, where you're going today, and where you're going next, and what time, and if how many hours after the time you check in, but you don't tell them, and they should check on you or try to call the police stuff, and you have to you learn some basic word like help me, police, let me go in the local language. That's I also do, although I'm a man. Never tell your friend, the guy you first met, where you're living, where's your itinerary, although he's another traveler, a backpacker like you, but you don't share everything with them on the first meet, because you never know what's gonna happen. Safety first, yeah. Yes. Thank you. That's something.
Yeah, that's a very useful tip.
Thank you.
Yeah. Without you realizing it or not, you carried on a license plate. And 63 signifies that the plate is from
Tran
Dang province,
63,
your
yeah.
hometown.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it.
I saw many photos of you wearing áo dài, or the Vietnamese traditional dress. What's the motivation behind that?
Because I'm a Vietnamese, I speak Vietnamese. I ride a Vietnamese number plate, so I want to wear the Vietnamese áo dài too. I'm very proud of it, and a friend of mine make it for me before I started this trip, so I bring it to me everywhere in the world and taking photos in many places. Many people in the world, when I say I'm from Vietnam, they ask me, where's Vietnam? It's somewhere in Middle America, just next to Mexico. No. Or it's like near Paraguay. No, it's South America. Or maybe next to Pakistan. No, it's Vietnam. Or it's not. Or even people say that, it's in Africa, right? It's just the island. And I'm very happy, you know, to point to them. On the map, this Vietnam, you see, we are a small country. And on the east here, on the right side, and we have the same border with China, Laos, Cambodia. And we've been there for a long time. We have like 4,000 years of history. And there's some country, like even we are like 10 times older than United States. So you know that we have a lot of culture. And you should visit us sometime and I'll show you some of the food. Yay, hey, you look at it. You see how many, you know how, even for me, I'm Vietnamese, I cannot name all the food there. You should visit us sometime. And they very surprised to see, wow, there's a Vietnamese guys that even in some border police, in some country, in the land border, you are the first Vietnamese to cross the border on land. Hey, you're from Vietnam, right? And why you travel so very small motorcycle here? Are you from your country very poor because you cannot afford a pickup bike? No, we have a lot of pickup bike, but I want to do it on this bike. It's a very funny story.
I bet that they see a very friendly Vietnam represented
right.
through you, because you're so warm and kind and friendly.
and laughing very uncontrollably. And I'm very proud of Vietnam. And I'm very proud of my province too, of Mekong Delta, of the people there. People say, hey, look at this guy. He traveled around the world along with his motorcycle. he overcome many obstacles, but I'm still a Vietnamese. And the Vietnamese, the relationship is so cool. It's very close. I'm a real Vietnamese, you know. I miss my home, I miss my food, I miss my family. So when you overcome something, it's to travel is to go back.
And now you come back to your
Yeah, now
roots.
come back.
Mẹ hả? Dạ, con đang ở Thụy Sĩ. Dạ lạnh chứ. Đến nay con đi được hơn 100 ngày rồi, như 110 ngày hay sao ạ? Cũng được hơn nửa chặng đường rồi. Đến nay chắc có được 8-9 nước vậy rồi. Như thèm đồ ăn mẹ nấu quá trời rồi. Canh chua lóc kho tộ rồi. Cá trê chiên xù. Nhưng mà không sao, đi có giờ có internet mà, ngày nào cũng nói chuyện thấy nhau mà đâu có gì đâu. Nói chung là đi thì nhiều khi cũng mệt nhưng mà cũng sung sướng mà, ăn uống đầy đủ rồi nhìn khắp thế giới. Giấc mơ từ nhỏ của con mà, nên mẹ yên tâm nha. Dạ, nhớ mẹ nhiều. Dạ, bye mẹ. Dạ. Mẹ hả? Hôm nay 20 tháng 10 con chúc mẹ mạnh khỏe nha. Thì sắp tới con đi qua bên Đông Âu rồi đi xuống Nam Âu, Trung Âu lên qua Pháp là cứ hết trong một, rồi sau đó lại qua Nam Mỹ, Trung Mỹ vân vân, rồi qua Úc rồi về lại Đông Nam Á, về Việt Nam giống như con nói chuyện với mẹ đó, con gọi cho mẹ xem đó.
Looking back, how is the you now different from the you 1,111 days ago?
I'm still me. Yeah, no changing, but maybe I talk more. And I have more story to tell, and and also I'm hungry for Vietnamese food too.
To be honest with you, when I research about you,
Yep.
you're so rich in materials, in footages, in images, in stories. So what would you do with all of the resources that you had during your trip?
I plan to write 3 books. The first is the books only works to tell about this trip, and it's on for donation. I target to raise at least 500 million Vietnam dong both for children, for charity, and another photo book to show my favorite book for everyone. And a third book, if possible, is a book for children, only for children to inspire them. My book cannot compare with that book, The Journey of the Cricket, but I want to have inspire the young people to follow their dream when they grow up. Just do what they want and what they believe in. And a movie, I'm also talking with our producers and director to help me make a movie out of the material I have, because I took a lot of video, but I don't upload it to YouTube because I don't have time. So I wish I can have a movie.
So we are all here and we're all looking forward to the release of the book. We have a special gift for you. And we saved the best for last.
Yeah, everybody loves the gift, you know.
Yes, so let's check it out,
right.
what it is.
Chào Khoa. Chúc mừng Khoa đã về rất an toàn.
Hi Khoa.
Congratulations to an amazing trip.
Welcome back to Vietnam. I'm a fan of you.
Hi Khoa. Javier here from Chile.
Surprise! Hi Khoa.
Hello, my friend. You go now to home and you stay there now?
Hey Kha. Hello.
That's my guitar. I give.
How are you?
When I go back.
Hello Khoa, gia đình Nam, Phương, Naomi và Mila congratulate you.
Hello chú Khoa. I love you. You too. Hello chú Khoa. I love you. You too.
Mọi người rất hãnh diện vì em. Đơn giản em là người Việt Nam. Anh chúc em luôn mạnh khỏe và tìm được một mảnh ghép thứ hai cho cuộc đời mình thêm hoàn thiện.
Alright, I wish you all the best in life. Great in health, love in heart and smart in mind. All the best, my friend. Love, respect and peace for America.
I think your adventure book will have a strong positive influence to the young generation of Vietnam. I think so, and I'm looking forward to that. So, good luck and best wishes for you in your future journey.
I wish you all the best, and remember, it's only a stop, never stop traveling.
Best wishes, my friend, and cheers to Vietnam.
I'm wishing you all the very best for the future, for all your hopes and all your dreams. I know you can do it. If you can do that on that little bike, you can do anything. Get your nose down, get working hard, and get everything you want. Congratulations, my good friend.
I hope that you have ambition hay là cái dream khác sau cái project này, cái adventure này, và mong mà đó là you can achieve them with all your heart, giống như là Khoa đã làm trong cái bữa journey vừa rồi. So that is something that I really wish you happiness, health, and also to accomplish all your dreams.
Chỉ mong cho Khoa đến đây thăm chị lần nữa thôi.
Có thể coi Khoa là một nhà ngoại giao hoạt động trên lĩnh vực văn hóa. Khoa hãy tiếp tục những đam mê của mình. Hãy tiếp tục làm cho những hành trình khám phá của mình được lan tỏa, có ý nghĩa nhiều hơn. Chúc Khoa may mắn và cũng phải sớm lấy vợ đấy nhé.
Cảm ơn mọi người, chúc bạn quá.
You repeated this many times.
Yep.
There's no way to happiness. Happiness is on the way.
I really love it, and it follow me. It's just in my head. Actually, there's no final destination. There's no final happiness, but I really love that because we cannot find happiness. It's not waiting for us at the end of the tunnel when we die or when. And some people, even when they die, they don't know what's happiness. But happiness is what you're doing, what you enjoy every moment of life, what you're talking, every story you spend, every second with your family, with your friend, or even some smile with the strangers. That's enough. You don't need to travel like me or to have you be a celebrity. You have to travel with NASA to the moon. Yeah, everybody admire you, then you'll be happy. No, it's not true. Everything you do, from the time you were born until the time you're dead, in the middle, you try to find your happiness in everything you're doing every day.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my point of view on
Yes.
this matter. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and
Thank
you've
you.
lived it. Yeah, and we've learned so much from you from our talk today. And that has been our talk with Tran Dang Dang Khoa, the one and only Vietnamese who has traveled through 65 countries and 7 continents around the world. And may I say that those 1,111 days is like a PhD course to me. It's the completion of a PhD course. Yes, of so many different subjects, cross continents, cross cultures. And thank you so much. And I wish you all the best for the next journey of your life. And I know that now in your motherland, you will contribute all of the resources that you have for a greater course.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
And that has also wrapped up this edition of Talk Vietnam. Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.